Hi there everyone, your Pal here with another vlog. I actually want to talk about Pokemon Adventures right now because I finished reading the second volume of the Collector's Edition. This covers volumes 4 through 6, and it's been fun. Pokemon Adventures is fun. It's been a while since I have been caught up with the Pokemon Adventures manga. I pretty much know the events of what happens uh, from the first arc all the way up into basically the platinum arc, and I know some of the events that happen later on after that, like in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the Black and White arc, and the Black 2 and White 2, and the X and Y arcs. But other than like the little bit I know, I'm really only familiar with like the content that covers the first 4 generations. So I'm excited to read more of this. So one thing I like, Volume 2 of the Collector's Edition, it's an entirely like basically an original story. It covers um, the journey of an original character named Yellow, and how Yellow is looking for the main character from the Red and Blue arc, Red. So yeah, it puts a nice spin on like the adventure in Kanto, and the main antagonists um, are very different from the game versions of them, because uh, since Pokemon Adventures is its own continuity, like it has its own like Brock that's different from video game Brock, different from anime Brock, and even here like video game Red is different from Pokemon Adventures Red, and Ash is essentially a counterpart to video game Red. So like a good example actually is this person here. This is Blue, not Blue from the games, and not Gary from the anime. And this Blue has a very different personality from both of those other characters. So, yeah, and this doesn't cover the entirety of the Yellow chapter. Just going back into like a little bit of the plot. There's one volume left of the Yellow chapter, so the next Collector's Edition volume I get is going to end the Yellow chapter and then start the Gold and Silver chapter, which then goes into the Crystal one. But I'm really excited to just reread it. It's been very enjoyable seeing things that I haven't seen in a while. Just like seeing all these characters again that I am familiar with. My favorite character in Pokemon Adventures, based off what I know and remember, is Ruby from the Ruby and Sapphire chapter. So I'm excited to get into that and see if my opinion on that has changed, which I don't think it has. But it's just fun seeing this take on the Pokemon universe. Some of the battles are actually pretty intense, and like trainers are actually involved in the battles to an extent, which is pretty cool. What else is there? I don't really want to spoil some of the events, but some things can be. I think this censors like some of like how graphic things can be. There is an instance that is very familiar with people that know about the Pokemon Adventures manga in the Red and Blue chapter, where an Arbok gets cut in half, and I think the official release of the manga here in the U.S. didn't really show as much like blood and gore or anything, which I don't even think it was like that gory if I remember. But there's also an instance here where you can see like one of the trainers getting like attacked by a Pokemon, and it's implied that like they're like coughing up blood from that, but we don't really see it. Or I might just be imagining things, or maybe like this is how it's always been portrayed. But I seem to remember, because when I was younger, how I read the Pokemon manga was through scanlations of it, and I seem to remember there being like a little bit more blood than there probably would have been in an official release, but yeah. Also, I do like how some of the characters nickname their Pokemon. Um, I seem to remember Red nicknamed his Pikachu Pika, his Venusaur Soar, Poliwrath is Poly, and then I know there's I think the person that was covering the manga on Cerebi.net used different nicknames than the official ones. I might be wrong on this. It's been a while, but I'll get to that when I get to that, I guess. Yeah. I am excited to see the gold silver chapter because I can remember some intense things happening there and also in the crystal one. But yeah, I also like how since the original like in the video games for like the first two generations, there really wasn't much of a story. So Pokemon Adventures definitely took a lot of liberties with that and came up with some interesting ideas for its own story. Like three gym leaders in Kanto are part of Team Rocket, which is never a thing in the games. That's a bit of a spoiler, I guess. Maybe it's a minor spoiler, but yeah, things like that. And also, um, for some reason, I remember Gold has a skateboard, which I think is a nod to like um, a beta screenshot from Gold, Silver, and Crystal, or like maybe a rumor from Gold, Silver, and Crystal before it came out. I don't remember, but yeah. And it's neat that like the manga likes to cover various different video game mechanics in one way or another. Like the way it involves the Pokedex is pretty neat, or how there is a character who focuses on like trade evolutions, and another one that focuses on like hatching Pokemon, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool, like that. That is a thing. But anyways, if you haven't read Pokemon Adventures, I would highly recommend it. Um, I'm only 6 volumes in with me reading it now, and I look forward to reading more. I might order some of the other collector's editions online. I know the nearby Barnes and Noble has volume 3 of the collector's edition, so I might pick that up eventually. But yeah, I think the others I would have to find online, which is a shame because it is fun hunting for like these at Barnes and Noble or like I guess whatever other place would have them. Newberry Comics probably. I don't know. Anyways, I've been rambling on long enough. Read the manga or read one of the other different Pokemon manga series that they have out there because this isn't the only one. But yeah, I don't know. That's all I wanted to talk about. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you next time for another vlog. Later.